Okay, we're about to start the 16th regular session of the 21st City Council is now called to order. Please rise. Invocation by Honorable Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, followed by the singing Lupang Hinirang and the Cagayan de Oro March.
Before I deliver my short prayer, can we have a 30-second silent prayer for the internal repose of Mrs. Aloma Imano, the mother of Evie Imano, Councilor Evie? Can we start now? Thank you. In the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Father Almighty, thank you for the gift of life. Thank you for the graces and the forgiveness of sins. We come to you today for guidance, for wisdom, for compassion, and for strength to serve the people of Cagayan de Oro with the best we could master. True to your guiding principle that service to those who are in need is service to God. In our deliberation today, stay with us. Let your presence be felt by all of us, your servants, so that the outcome of today's session be in accordance with your holy will and divine wisdom. This we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. In the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas. Kayang magiliw, teras ng silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisigil, sa nagagang tutok sa simoy at sa langit ng pagaw. Hinatang tulad, awit sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang matawad mo'y tagumpay na nag-iindig. Ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may magtitindig. Lumanang
Please sit down. Mr. Secretary, please do the roll call.
Honorable City Vice Mayor Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, Presiding Officer. For the First District Councilors, Honorable Desiree Ann M. Dahino, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable Juancho R. Pascual, Honorable Agapito Heriberto G. Swan, Honorable George Christopher Q. Goking, Honorable Moreno Waida Badiford, Honorable Alpi Ligaspi Sr., Honorable Amy Rose P. Moreno. For the Second District Councilors, Honorable Ivuna Yasin B. Imano, Honorable Maximo T. Rodriguez III, Honorable Paulo Nicolo Gaani, Honorable Joylen Mercedes El Balaba, Honorable Yanlam S. Lim, Honorable Enrico D. Salcedo, Honorable Hilda Hung O. Go, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Marlo L. Tabak, Liga ng mga Barangay President, Honorable Kenneth Jan D. Sakala, City Escape Federation President, and Honorable Dato Roberto P. Cabaring, IPMR. With only one member absent, Madam Chair, there is quorum.
The quorum is hereby certified. Maayong hapon sa tanan, our councilors, the Honorable Councilor of the 21st City Council, maayong hapon. Of course, our Mr. Secretary and the members of the Sanggunian, and our friends from media, those who are watching us right now via live stream. So maayong hapon sa tanan. Before we start, we have two birthday celebrants. Let us first sing for Councilor Girly Balaba to be led by Councilor Aga Suwan. Please rise.
Happy birthday, Councilor Girly. Ready? Sing happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Faster. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Remain standing. Now, we will sing a birthday song for Councilor Aga Suwan to be led by Councilor Girly Balaba. Back-to-back concert.
Happy birthday, Councilor Aga. So let's sing a happy birthday song. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Faster. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Okay, that was very lively one. Anyway, so for this afternoon, we have to visit the wake of Ma'am Alona at 6 p.m. So we can go there. Dito na tayo magkita-kita na. It is going to be the last vigil tonight. So tomorrow is the vigil. So may we request all of us that we can go and pay our last respect to Ma'am Alona. Anyway, Mr. Okay. Yes, our dashing majority floor leader, the marathoner, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas. Mubalos na, mubalos.
Our gorgeous, beautiful Vice Mayor, who is fresh from a successful meeting in Manila, together with his fellow Vice Mayors of the Philippines. Congratulations, Vice.
Thank you. The election will be on November pa.
Okay. You will win as President. Sure,
Not yet.
Madam Chair, good afternoon sa tanan. Limot na nun. Kung mga kauban, mga konsihal, sa atong Vice Mayor, Torks, imong kauban, sa atong mga bisita nga nasa atong likod, sa katawan sa Cagayan de Oro, nga nagbantay ka na to, sa atong mga liyok din eh. Maayong hapon. Madam Chair, may move to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session of this council on October 20, 2025, and consider the furnishing copies thereof as reading itself.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve of the minutes on second final reading.
Second, objection. Hearing none,
Ah.
motion is hereby carried.
Before going further, I request the Secretary, Turks, not to forward yet the two resolutions approving the cockpits, two ordinances approving the cockpits, because there are some controversies that we have to settle, issues that we have to consider,
Okay.
legal issues. And I just talked with the city legal office, and there seems to be a conflict between the opinion of the executive department and the legislative department. So we have to settle that first, so that we can avoid a conflict of arguments later on.
Okay, so pending and dua. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday. Yes.
Thank you very much for taking that out during this. Actually, Madam Chair, my colleague, sorry. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the time. Now, actually, I was the one who informed the city secretary with regards to the application of the Lumbia octagon, no? Cockpit. Because during the committee meeting, I asked the applicant, Mr. Toralba, whether he's still connected in the barangay council as administrator. He said no, but I told him that you provide me a copy of your resignation and approved resignation and resolution of the board that you are designated as the representative of your business cockpit establishment. So on Monday, I received the document, here's the document, and I provided the city secretary, Madam Chair, and my colleague for justification of their application. So the copy now is in to the position of the city secretary. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abaday. Yes, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edward Cabanlas.
Yes, but as I said, Madam Chair, there are other issues aside from that that we have to resolve. In fact, the city legal side did me a case decided by the Supreme Court, wherein the mayor was charged for approving two cockpits in one district. So I hope that we can settle that before. Otherwise, we might be placing our city mayor in a jeopardy.
Okay.
And ourselves also.
Okay.
So let's settle that later on. Because it would appear that the first district of Cagayan will have three cockpits.
Three.
Three. So we have to decide on that. We will have a consensus on this in a private meeting with the members of the City Council, so that we will not be arguing here on this issue. So with that, Madam Chair, we go to the special report. There are three members of the City Council who are intending to render the special report. First, Councilor Marlo Tabak, with regards to the structural inspection of building following the recent earthquakes. Second would be Councilor Roger Abaday on Task Force Clarix na serbisyo sa kable. Now, on the third would be yours truly. I will be rendering a special report on the financial status and activities of our public markets in the city. So that would be the sequence, Madam Chair. May I request that Councilor Tabak be recognized?
Wala na. Okay.
Be recognized first.
Okay, thank you very much, Majority Floor Leader. Yes, Councilor Marlo Tabak, you have the floor.
Maayong hapon, Madam Presiding Officers and members of the City Council. Calling for the structural inspection of buildings following the recent earthquakes. On October 10, 2025, a magnitude 7.4 tectonic earthquake struck 62 kilometers east of Manay, Davao Oriental, with a depth of 10 kilometers. Cagayan de Oro City experienced intensity 4 shaking. The gratitude of people to the quick response of our Mayor Honorable Rolando Clarix Uy, suspending the classes of public and private schools, enabling the local agencies to inspect the school buildings in the city. Given this event, it is strongly recommended that a special inspection of building structures be conducted throughout the city. Dili lang sa atong mga tulunghaan. Apil ang mga lain pa nga mga gobyerno nga mga opisina o pribado, labi na ang mga residential o ang atong mga boarding houses. Niadtong Liga Assembly, Honorable Barangay Captain Ildo Casinio of Barangay 22, indicating that a structure located in Zone 2, Barangay 22, has been observed to exhibit a slight tilt. In this reason, Madam Chair, calling all related committees of this City Council to reflect measures on the city government's commitment to disaster preparedness, public safety, and responsive governance, conducting structural inspection at this stage will help prevent failure and future casualties, economic losses, and infrastructure failures should stronger earthquakes or aftershock occur. So this representation recommends to conduct immediate structural analysis, directing the City Engineering Office and the city building officials, and engage accredited structural engineers. And number 3, promote public awareness and conduct information campaign to educate building owners and residents about structural safety. This is all, Madam Chair, ug maayong hapon kanatong tanan.
Okay, thank you very much. So, refer to the Committee on Infrastructure. Sa pala na committee? Kana usara. Okay, thank you very much. Any comment? Yes, Councilor Girly Balaba, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and good afternoon. I think we should also include the Committee on the Finance, the business sector. I think we should also conduct earthquake structural integrity of our public malls,
Okay,
hotels and malls.
okay. So also Committee on Trade and Commerce. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and my colleagues once again, and to all people who are watching us this afternoon's session. This is supposed to be my special report last meeting, but I was told that it will just integrate it to the report of Kagawan Tabak, no? But it's true that the chief executive the mayor should take a series of immediate strategic action, no? Not only during earthquake, but yesterday there was a flooding, no, from Dansulihon, Mambuaya, and including here in Kanituan and Pagatpat. So this is to ensure safety of our public and private buildings and infrastructures. Now, I think you have read in the social media, atong naplabaan mga landslide from Dansulihon, flooding from Mambuaya and Kanituan and Pagatpat. The barangay captain itself in Pagatpat as naman sa social media nga naguba, nahugno ang kaning flood control kanang from Pagatpat to Ipunan. So siya pa gatag og warning nga kung may mo dili magian kay delikado sa mga joggers dito unsay magpasiyo diyan, no? So there is a need for our department, no? The CDRMO, excuse me, the engineering department and the building officials to engage in inspection and evaluation, no? we call that the rapid damage assessment, or posting some public information and safety to the buildings that were affected by earthquake and flooding recently, Madam Chair. So that's jointly moved by the first reporter, Madam Chair.
Okay. Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Baday. Including the Committee on Disaster. Okay. No. Councilor Paulo Gani. Okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you very much. So our next speaker will be Councilor Roger Abaday. You have the floor.
Thank you very much.
Di malingkod pa manggid siya. Kay lahi naman po
Okay.
topic.
My report is about the assessment of Task Force Clerics na serbisyo sa kable, or in other words, it is Task Force of ICT Task Force on cable and wire in Cagayan. By the way, the chairman of this task force is our Honorable City Mayor, and this representation is the co-chairman for administration, and the co-chairman for operation is our director of the NTC, and the concerned departments and telcos subscriber, mga membro sila na ni. I do not know if there is new reorganization sa councilor sa SIDO. Wala pa? Wala pa. Okay, so I'm still the representative of the city mayor as far as the administration is concerned. No? Now, one of the thrusts of this the task force is to provide safety sa atong mga katawan, no? Labi na sa mga kining gitawag nga dandling wires or yung spaghetti wires nga nasa atong mga postig at sa atong street or highways, and especially this telcos o electric post nga na-isolate karon na to halos tunga-tunga sa dalan. Very dangerous sa mga pedestrian, no? Within the city or in the highways of Cagayan de Oro. So usana sa tahas sa task force aron paglimpyo o kuha o pagpuli nga na mga posting nga naa karon sa atong kadalanan nga delikado kay. Please look at the slide. No? These are the areas that they have accomplished. So, nasa that area, that is from the month of August, Kauswagan Highway, anang ilang remove ka ng mga dangling wires or spaghetti wires kay munang delikado masangit ang imong sakyanan or mga manadya sa. Okay, next slide. Look at the mga wire kanang mga poste ipulihan ka ng mga wooden post to a cemented post, no, permanent post. Then okay, that area. Going the underground cable from DOH sa Carmen August, no? Kana ba na? Look at the result before and after, how it looks like, no? Okay. That one. Continue. Sige pa. Okay. The summary. Okay. Look at the summary. The summary of their accomplishment. Klaro ba? Di ka na ako maklaro. Kanang ako, ano? What's that? In Carmen area alone, nganong Carmen naman o ano, muning giuna sa task force ilang paglimpyo, ilang gimong sample nga street, no? So there are 150, no? Kanang dead wires, so there are 11.5 kilometers, meaning cables ka ilang nakuha ang katason, 11.5 kilometers ang katason. ang drop wires sa it's 78 kilometers equivalent ang kataso, no? Then sa poles, ilang gipangkuha, there are 27 wooden poles ang ilang pang-retired, no? Ilang magikuha. Then sa telco arm ang ilang gipangpulihan, there are 13 wooden poles sa ilang gipulihan. Gikuha nila gipangpulihan. Then special request kini bang mga area nga naing mag-request nga palimpyo nila, pwede sila mo no, kung ilang tawagon, ilang limpyuhan, no? So these are the special requests nga ilang na accomplish, no? There are sa cable, there are about 3 kilometers ang katason nga nakuha sa cable, no? Sa mga dangling wires, there are 46 kilometers ang length sa mga wires nga ilang natangtang. Sa post, ilang gipang pulihan gikuha, there are concrete, there are 2, and there are 106 wooden poles, so ilang gipang-ibot, gipangkuha. Then sa mga telcos, there are 24 wooden posts ilang gipulihan. So overall, there are 14, what's that? 145 kilometers ang katason. Imagine how many kilometers that? Asa na, mabot na sa Iligan siguro ang katason, di ba? Then 124 kilometers of ini mga dangling wires. Then the rest, the wooden, there are 133 posts and 13 sa wooden post sa telcos. Muna silang mga poste nga ato nakita diya sa kadalanan nga katong na isolate, no, because of the road widening. So ilan ang ipang ibot, ilang ipangkuha. So that was their accomplishment during September 15 to 25. Then in May, last May, they have a total of 13.1 kilometer dangling wires ilang na-remove and 112 kilometers ato sa cable sa dangling wires. So, and there are 98 posts retired, no? And 25 posts from telcos, wooden posts that was also retired or taken out from the area. So those are their accomplishment. Now, the essence of reporting this, Madam Chair and my colleagues, because we have an existing ordinance passed, kita pa ang pinakauna nga syudad nga naghatag na best practices kaning atong gihimo karon. So kita gihimong model sa tibok Pilipinas. Ilan na ning replicate sa ubang LGUs in other entire country kining atong gihimo karon. That is why I'm asking the chairman of the Committee on Public Use that and the secretariat to fast track kung mahimo next week committee session ma-agenda na ni basig maunan pa ta sa ubang LGU makapasag ordinansa imbis kita ang original kita na noon maulahi. So I want to I would like I'm requesting the Honorable Chairman of Public Utility, Councilor Eric Salcido, to instruct the Secretariat to let that ordinance be agenda by the next committee session, Madam Chair and my colleague. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Roger. But is it still ongoing?
Yes,
Cable, the cable?
continuous.
Okay. Yes, Councilor Janja Rodriguez and Councilor Eric Salcedo.
Mayong hapon, Madam Chair. I would like to direct my questions to the co-chairman of the task force, Councilor Abaday. Kani ba ang atong project paid by the LGU Manino? Is it talan underground? And then second question would be kung pila we would like to mas ma-appreciate unta nato, Madam Chair, ang iyang presentation regarding the kilometers kung pila ka streets. For example, for Carmen, 14 kilometers, pila ang estimated ka streets, unsa na streets, and how long does it take? Kay burag daghan man na mga city engineering, na taga-telco, as you mentioned earlier, and we would like to know kung pila gud ka buok, how long does it take for a 14-kilometer na hinloon, pila pud na ka streets, and then how much does it cost the LGU to do that? Tanan ba underground also? Kana lang, Madam Chair.
Kanang underground,
Thank you.
wala pa ta, nag-initial lang sila sa underground katong sa part of Jarbora, but we are still, I think pending karon kana ilang proposal, underground na installation sa atong wala pa. Niya pa sila din sa kining removing pa sa atong mga dandling o kining mga poles. Wala pa sila sa fully sa underground. Ato pang hulatan ang kining ordinance nga kining underground cabling project sa Cagayan de Oro. Wala pa ta mo start na. But some of the providers are starting already. Starting sila. Nagasugod na kanang ubang mga telco providers. Ang sample na katong dito sa GRB. Doon na ilang start dito nga underground na sila. But wala pa gyud fully dinhi sa Cagayan de Oro. So we're waiting for the ordinance to be approved para nga that would be for the Cagayan de Oro sa advantage sa atong city government to improve our communication system. Dili na sa taas kundi dili sa underground na. Kanang atong plano nga ordinance nga supposed to be mag-regulate sa tanang poles installation sa tanang mga providers, telcos, kaning naa karon sa poste. Standard height and standard distance. Dili sila basta-basta ang mga telcos mo install anywhere. Kung dili, doon na linya matag poste, doon na yung linya kada mga provider, telcos provider sa usa ka poste. Dili karon nga bisag asa mo kuro sila, no? So that is why we are requesting that kanang mapasa na nato ng city ordinance para nga we can regulate the installation of kining mga communication system din sa atong syudad sa Cagayan. With regards sa gasto, walay gasto ang volunteer lang ng task force. Ang ato lang kanalang ilang mga pitsi lang, ilang mga snacks lang, foods, but no expenses of the government sa
About the post.
ila na, sa telcos na.
Sa telcos.
Sa tong concern nga telcos nga ila na, galisod nga sila identify karon sa wire kung ila ba na tungod sa kadaghana. So, ang katong ilang wires, katong ilang post, ang katong telco owner, siya ang mo replace o siya ang mo remove o siya mo kuha sa mga dangling wires. Kana mga
So for mudagan ang atong mga poste kay kanya-kanya man sila og poste.
That's why
Sakto ba?
that is why nana uniform na ang kuan asa ibutang ang sa katason dili na bisakin sa mubutang kada poste no usa ra ka poste dito na dahil mo connect ang tanang mga subscriber.
Okay. Tapos i-turnover na sa tuwa na yon ang poste.
City na sa
Sa
city,
city na.
Ang city
Because
na.
I would like Madam Chair ang the relevance of me asking
Yeah.
that poste kay maybe we can also include it sa public utilities as chairman si Councilor Eric Salcedo to include the street lights ato mga stoplights including our CCTVs pohon. So mo nang I'm asking kung ma-turnover ba sa government ang kaning mga poste. Kay as mentioned earlier, telco daw ang tagiya. So magsabot lang telco kung kinsa sila magbutang then everyone can put.
Ang ako nimbawa ng plano, ang government na mag-run, ang kanang mga telcos mag-rent na lang sila sa city.
Murag mo bayad na sila.
Sila na ang mo rent sa city. Kita ang mag-run. So that will generate income also on the part of the city if that will be realized.
Sakto kay delikado na karon Madam Chair because some of the poste kahoy pa mangyod no.
Yes,
So
yes.
mayo na nanaanan na yung mga poste.
Yeah.
But kato lang Councilor Abaday regarding sa 14 pila ka streets to.
Gana,
Rough estimate.
Carmen,
All over Carmen?
mapili ma-plus sa to. Na yung mga ngalan dito. Can you plus it again? Na sa
Carmen alone is 14
Kasuagan,
kilometers,
Carmen,
Appeal ng Kasuagan.
Carmen,
Carmen area.
Pabayo, some subdivision. Lumbia City Jail. Kana Lumbia City Jail na.
So selected pa siya Madam
Oh.
Chair.
Wala.
Depende sa request kung may mag-request sila nga palimpiwan. Dias mo response sila dayon. So anybody can scheduling nila. So that is Lumbia kana siya GRB na siya. Jarbora sa Carmen. So tanang places no like mga subdivisions ilang serbisyuan.
Okay.
As of now,
Okay.
Okay. That's all, Madam Chair.
Thank you, thank you very much. Are we not contradicting now that we have this order? I filed an ordinance that all cable wires will be underground, and now we are encouraging post. Will that
Well,
contradict the new technology that we will be having? Kaya
actually,
mo na mag-encourage na to ang poste lang gyapon.
Di-
We in fact like Makati underground naman tanan.
while we are not yet engaging in underground cabling, Madam Chair, kini sa tagiuna sa ning karon.
But then you are adding post. Di ba?
No, those unnecessary posts that will be removed. Isa na ang ibutang na
So
nito.
magbutang gyapon kag post is the same.
Pulihan tong
Probably you can study on that because what we are now encouraging is the underground cables. Tanan wiring sa ilawom na gyud ibutang para limpyo na gyud. Anyway, that will be discussed in the committee. Yes, Councilor Eric Salcedo.
Mayong hapon sa tanan, Madam Chair. Ako lang pangutana kang sa atong good reporter, ang pinakambungan nga konsyal sa Barangay Kasuagan, Councilor Baday, Madam Chair, kung bago ba ni nga atong gidrap sa 28th City Council, bago ning ordinansa nga i-propose?
Yes.
Kay naamanggoy existing ordinance, Madam Chair. Ordinance number 913-2003. An ordinance regulating the installation, operation, and maintenance of telecommunication cable and cable facilities for service providers, providing penalties for violation thereof and for other purposes. Basin i-revisit lang nato ning ordinansa,
Yeah.
Madam Chair. Wala, naguntan ako kung
kini nga ordinansa. These are
2003.
these are the ordinance proposed by all telco owners. Sila ang nag-propose na ni. Nga mo ni ang atong i-adapt nga system. So if we have an existing,
Okay.
I know if we have existing, then we will have to revise or amend
Right.
some of the provisions.
Lagi kay ang nako nasabdan mo Madam Chair kay i-fast track ang term gigamit ni Councilor Arbaday. Sa to ba ko i-fast track ato kung next week or this week i-set na nato ang committee meeting sa to pa nanay draft nga ordinance.
Yes,
Sa sabdan.
yes, there's a draft ordinance during the time of the former chairman, General Caliso. It was already approved. It was approved.
Probably you can revisit that because we are now into cabling underground.
Okay.
So because we are encouraging and again post to be using post no sa mga dalan.
Siguro
So,
Madam Chair.
Probably discuss it in your committee.
Yeah. Yes,
Mhm.
Madam Chair. Ang ako lang concern is basin propose ba kay namang existing ordinance, Madam Chair, atong 2003. Kusa ako ang iyon ang atong secretary kung IRR. Okay. Sa to ba katong kining 2003, okay pa to pero butangan lang to IRR. Dili na mo lagi na Madam Chair. Na existing ordinance.
Nana.
Thank you.
Kato.
Okay.
Okay, then just discuss it in your committee. Okay, our next speaker, now Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. So we will start with my special report. This is the special report, my special report with regards to the financial status of the City Economic Enterprises and Business Development Administration of City Government of Cagayan de Oro. As we have been discussing about our budget for 2026, we were also preparing how our SEBDA, the CEED, fare insofar as budget allocation, budget requirements are concerned. So, Madam Chair, Turks, this is now the total collection of the SEBDA from January 1 to September 30, 2025, which is 81,087,682 pesos and 59 centavos. There is an increase of 2.13% compared to the 2024, January 1 to September 30, 2024, which is 79,397,780. As stated there, the strong recovery and improvement from June to September 2025 was due to our strict enforcement on rental obligation. As chairman of the committee, there is a direct instruction to SEBDA and to all managers of our economic enterprises to focus on collection of rentals. Aside from the physical improvement that we have seen around and within and inside our public markets, we are also focusing our attention on the financial status of our economic enterprises. Now, Madam Chair, this is the consolidated revenue performance from January to September 2025 versus 2024, the same period. As we notice, from January 2024, comparing to January 2025, murag nagkaminus ang atong income. January, February, na minus at 10%. Sa March, ni minus kita og 2.4%. Sa April, ni minus kita og 7%. Arang-arang, human sa eleksyon, nag-increase kita by 12%. And in June, nag-increase na kita sa 13% the same month of last year. Ang comparison, muna din gini ang akong pagkapili nga chairman sa komitiba. July, nag-increase kita 14%. Sa August, nag-minus kita, but nagluya tingaling atong mga collectors. But September, when I was already very strict on this, we increased by 26%. So from 6,937,106 pesos in 2024, we received 8,757,478 pesos September 1 to 30, 2025. So there is an increase of 26%. Now, this is now the performance of our public markets. Cogon Market, 2024 is 29 million. Sa 2025, September kini, up to September lang kini, na ay decrease na to nga 839,000. Kay siging decrease kaysa sa 2025 na. Carmen Public Market ni ang ato ni saka kita gamay. Comparing from January 1, 2024 to September 2024, January 1, 2025 to September 2025, ni saka kita by 813,000. Sa atong westbound terminal, nisaka kita by 661 million. Sa Puerto Public Market, nisaka kita by 204 million the same period of time. Sa atong Lawndale, sa atong swimming pool sa Lawndale, nisaka kita by 1,006,000. Mo kining akong gihangyo lagi nga kinahanglan gyud nga maningkamot kita nga kaysa Lawndale ako silang gignan kung dili inyo na increasean ang inyong income. I will put somebody there to monitor the collection of the fees inside sa atong Lawndale. So musaka sila 1 million, no? Sa slaughterhouse, dili man kita nag-control sa slaughterhouse. That's why I'll be reviewing as chairman of this committee kung saan na to nga makaginansya ang syudad niya na kaya nakaminus ang atong income sa slaughterhouse. Dili naman ni ato karon. This is privatized now. Next, third. So, I am focusing on this. September last year and September this year, nisaka kita og 1,820,000 or 26%. This is a product, Madam Chair, that if only we are serious in our commitment to help the city collect the proper taxes and impose the correct collectibles, rentals, and everything, we could increase our income in our public markets. I am challenging the member these public markets we have now nga nining umaabot ka tuig sa 2025. Ako silang ipagcontest nga ang pinakataas og increase sa collection will be receiving something from us. Ato kini nga challenge para sa BIR. Mga kolektor, dagko kayo. Sumuka ni ang atong target na, Madam Chair, there will be now a contest among the economic enterprises of the city nga kinsa katong taas ang ilang increase, ang pinakataas. Bilatay second or third prize, first prize. Ato silang alipayan o tagaan na to sa insentibo para nga sa next year, 2026, 2027, and thereafter, musakagid ang atong income para makatabang sila. It is so white elephants kini sila. Grabe ang atong pag-antos nga, grabe wala income. Yadagko kayo. Yadagan kayo mga problema. Now, sa rental, I just want to emphasize kaning rental sa right side, kanang rental dia. Kung inyo makita dia sa rental, sa September 2024, ang rental sa Kugon was only 496,000. Pero karon sa 2025, the same month, September, ang atong rental niabot na 648,000. So 30% ang atong increase. Tungod ka na kay nag-instricto naman kita. 120 million pa ang atong collectibles diya. That's why we will be imposing penalties. We will be filing cases. We will be removing delinquent kanang mga nagbilki diya kung dili sila mutuman sa ilang obligasyon sa pagbayad sa ilang eksakto nga balayro nun. Kay kining atong mga merkado sa Cagayan de Oro, usa kini sa pinakabarato nga mga merkado kung imong rintahan. Di pa sila kabayad. So that would be the gist of my report, Madam Chair. I will not go any more further. We will be, from time to time, reporting to this body of our plans and programs to improve further the collection of inside our public markets in the city. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Very good report. So this is the first time I saw computation. What really is what are the income aside from what we have we know, no? So kaning merkado is one of those. Yes, you're raising your hand, Councilor Janjan and Councilor Eric.
Madam Chair, I would like to ask few questions lang to our energetic and stricto na attorney, Councilor Cabanlas. Thank you for this report. First time po na ano siguro sa uban councilors no ang what's the real deal of the our income regarding sa rental. A few questions lang. Do we have, Councilor Cabanlas, Majority Floor Leader, do we have any plans on improving our markets with regards to putting up industrial fans around the area? Kay medyo usay man gyud init pag alas 3, alas 12, init kayo. And then do we have of course as a chef no do we have any sanitary inspection as well as quality control, food quality control? I saw the post of the good councilor with regards sa iyang mga inspection sa atong mga, especially sa atong mga meat products and fish as well. How often do we have our LGU for the sanitation inspection as well as the food control? Thank you.
Yes, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
With regards to the sanitary conditions of our public markets, Madam Chair, we just inaugurated our wastewater treatment plant inside Kugon Market. And also Carmen Market. This is the pet projects of our City Mayor Clarix Oy nga ang atong mga public markets safe good o doon na kita humana na nag-functioning na ang atong mga wastewater treatment plants. And we are also planning to put up another one in westbound terminal. O so we are improving. Katong imong pati about sa can we have the response on that
Yes,
by Councilor Gani?
Councilor Paulo Gani.
Salamat, Madam Chair, no? Maayong hapon sa tanan. Regarding sa question sa kung good friend Congressman Councilor Janjan Rodriguez about the inspection code.
Yeah.
Actually, last month nagtapok ang mga gapamaligya og kanang mga meat kay nag-proper training ta together with City Vet. So this month i-revisit na mo ang ordinance kay daghan amendments para sa meat inspection kay to the efforts of Councilor Cabanlas, stricto gid nato ang pag implement atong ordinance kay para limpyo ang ato ang mga meat no sa ato ang mga merkado. Regular na siya.
So how often do you have this inspection? It's the same way as inspection with water, no?
Yes.
Sa mga business establishment.
Yes, actually ang naka-state gid sa ordinance gid supposed to be dapat alas 2 or alas 1 dapat tangtangon na gid ang mga katong unsold nga mga meat. Pero kana siya mo lang i-amend na mo na this month kaya mo i-plaster gyud kung unsa ang proper nga pag baligya sa mga atong mga meat sa merkado.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. So they will be expecting like a big what do you call that?
With regards to this industrial fund,
Industrial fund.
we have those industrial funds, but not some of them are not functioning. Wala
Okay,
sa
okay.
maintenance. So
Yes.
that's why we are now doing something nga we might be begging sponsors for this. Kay dagko man kay ni.
How much will that cost?
I do not know, Madam Chair, but
Industrial fund,
you know,
ano kada ko kayo?
the delay that we in procuring all these things from the city government is a hindrance for the immediate implementation. So that's why we are looking for some donors, mga businessmen nga nag-operate diya inside sa sulod to help us either repair or put up a new one.
Yes.
For kaya naman na sa mga strategic places. But the most important thing that we have done in order to have kaning ventilation nga eksakto diya sa sulod sa atong merkado. Ato nang gilimpyuhan kana mga outlets sa hangin. Kay kaniadto mo ko na Madam Chair nga takluban kana. Takluban kana wala gyud so. Ngit-ngit kana kasi nga tanan. So what we did now was to remove all this, clean this up so that air can enter. That would help the ventilation of our markets.
So income of the CR now is now monitored.
Yes, the CR now we are taking over the CR. We are taking over the CR. Kay usahay kang CR kung dili nimo na ako nang inspeksyon ng CR, ngil artist nga tanan. Ngil agi kayo. So we are improving the CR. We are planning. In fact, we have included that in the budget for 2026 sa atong merkado. But as I said, if the city government will spend for the improvement of our city market, we should improve the income of the city of our markets.
Yes, that's good. Anyway, Councilor Eric Salcedo, then Councilor Marlo Tabak, then Councilor Roger Abaday. Interesado kayo sa merkado, ha? But that was a very good report, ha?
Maraming salamat, Madam Chair. Before ko mo proceed, ako sa i-acknowledge ang presence sa atong mga
atong vendors?
Dili,
Officers?
SEBDA managers headed
okay.
ni Ragas, Madam Chair.
Attorney Ragas. Asa sa Attorney Ragas? Hello, Attorney. Kay name naman ako nakuan.
Tindog sa banda para mailan mo.
And the rest of the Okay.
Dito. Ako lang, query lang, Madam Chair, kung actually, Madam Chair, ako i-comment ang akong manoy kay nag-increase good ang income. Pero akong pauta na first, ako, na question, Madam Chair, kung kasubsidize ba ang city sa mga merkado tungod kay economic enterprise mo kundi siya, Madam Chair, at least gusto ba ni or dili? Second na akong question, na ba inventory ang atong SEBDA kung pila ka buok ang nakadilingkwent, pila ka stall ang kadilingkwent, kung pila ka buok ang sirado, para may bawa na ito, ma-estimate na ito. Third, Madam Chair, sa westbound, applicable pa man ang terminal fee. Kay during sa committee meeting ni Councilor Ed Cabanlas, nga gamay pa kayo ang mubo pa kayo kaya kano sa patungang ordinansa katong codified ordinance. Dugay na kayo. So sa I hope nga i-revisit ni Councilor Ed Cabanlas ang akong ambungan nga manoy ang atong ordinansa kay para makadugang pod Madam Chair kay para dili kung nag-subsidize magaling at least kung magod city economic magod ni negosyo magod ni kung sa kang matutban ni Councilor Alan Lim sa ininsik lugar kaya lang nga i-balance na to dili lugar alkansi lugar sa mga expenses diya sa SEBDA, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Before we can proceed, may I acknowledge the manager of siyang atong SEBDA chairman, si Juan, Attorney Mayang Ragas.
Yes.
Sir, acknowledge lang. Natindog lang diya. Napagkuhan. Ang atong manager sa Kugon Market.
Okay.
Ang atong manager sa Westbound.
Okay.
Manager sa Puerto. Ang sabihin nga manager uban. Carmen Market.
Okay.
So they are all here, Madam Chair.
Okay.
I brought them here because I want them to listen to these reports because this is the responsibility to help us, the city government, in improving the performance of our markets. Now, itong primero nga pangutana.
Yang ordinansa.
Ito. Limot nino ko. Subsidized pa ba? Subsidized, yes. Yes. We have to admit that. Why? Because there's so many problems in our markets now. The city government is paying for mga baronon sa tubig, baronon sa kuryente. Muna itong meeting karon, next time, maybe next month, individual na ang mga leases dia ang magbayad sa ilang kuryente. Dili kay
So butangan na sila.
butangan na sila individual nga mga meters. Both suga ug tubig.
Yes.
Mukha na itong buhaton. And I am also asking na SEBDA to submit to us the list of those who are now occupying our market and those vacant stalls in the market. O pila sa katong utang nga wa mabayri. Para nga sa akong gihunona, kinsa katong mga vendor sa sulod sa merkado nga makabayad atong i-post ilang mga ngalan.
Okay.
Diya sa upat kaportahan sa merkado.
But you're giving them also this ultimatum.
Yeah, tanga na to sila panahon. Kay karon kaya man nila lagi karon. Kaya man lagi nila pagpintal silang mga stores. Ako sila ginumulat ng syudad para pagpintal para kaninyo. Kami nagpahimulos niya, kami magpintal. So sila, napintalan nila. Ilang improve, gwapo na karon sa sulod. Uniform na ang mga suga. Everything, wala ka na makita ang mga spaghetti wires diya karon, Madam Chair. Ilan ang synchronize ang ilang mga kurente. So okay na kayo ang atong karong, pero mo lagi na, can we sustain this?
Yes.
We have to sustain this. There is no way out. We have to sustain. There is no exception here. Namun na, hanggang ako sa atong SEBDA, nga dili kita magpuliyaluya. Di kita
Correct.
magpuliyaluya.
Yes. Political will. Oh, yes. Okay, Attorney Councilor Eric Salcedo, then Councilor Marlo Tabak.
Siguro, Madam Chair, ano siguro ng panahon nga kanang mga delinquent dia ato nakikolektahon. Kung kanang mga sirado dia kanan lang pulihan na gina sila, Madam Chair.
Additional income man.
Kaysa ako nadunggan dugay na kay nga panahon, ibalik na lang ko as ka-fourth term na nako antud karon wala pa ko kadungog, Madam Chair, nga ang mga delinquent gipapahawa, ang mga sirado gipulihan, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. So yes, Councilor Marlo Tabak.
Madam Chair, I would like to commend the committee chair on the economic. Kay kagahapon, dito ko sa merkado, tibukhay o nagsikwati.
Ikaw rin
Monte akong pangutana sa iya naman ay natubag kay. Nindot na kay ang sunod, pinintala na. Mangutana unta kung kinsa ba'y nagasto sa pagpintal. Iya namang naistorya kaganina nga mga vendors. Ang ako lang nakitaan, correct po itong iyang observation nga na ay industrial fund sa duha ka buok niya, wag gid nag-andar. No, kinahanglan po do yan naman sa istorya, pero I am very proud with the committee chair and the members of the SEBDA for that initiative nga sa sulod sa merkado sa sige na tong balik-balik diha magitagaan na sa sikwatis buntag ug hapon nindot na ang ambiance sa sulod sa atong kamerkaduhan ug sa taas pod nindot na sad ang tong nailang plaza o katong corner nga para sa pagmassage nga mga atong mga igsuon sa PWD. So I congratulate the committee chair and the entire team of SEBDA. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, Councilor Amy Moreno.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Maayong hapon ug sa akong mga kauban. I commend our majority floor leader for the report. I would just like to ask, Madam Chair, kung included sa iyang report na revenue ang atoang vendors na naasa gawas ug ang night market. Just an inquiry. Thank you,
Okay.
Madam Chair.
Yes, majority floor leader.
Kanang mga pamaligas gawas, sa night market, gakuliktahan ta kana sila. That's part of the revenue. But as I said, when you talk about traffic, when we talk about congestion of traffic, kung makita nato nga kining operation sa night market will continue to burden us with traffic, then we might limit the night market. Kaya karon kada adlaw man, there is no suggestion by our city mayor nga tungod kay gabusahan lagi usahay ning atong mga vendors nga tagaan sila lugar, mulapas magi sila, mo ila magi-okupat intiro dalan, so muna mga mo resulta ni kita sa traffic congestion. So karon ang atong plano nga atong limitahan na lang duha ka adlaw. Duha na lang ka adlaw, matag semana. That would now affect ang atong collection usab sa kining balay runon sa mga vendors. But as I said, we cannot sacrifice the convenience of our people simply because kay nagdaginot kita sa nyanang atong kakolekta sa isa-ila. So we have to give priority sa convenience sa mga tao kaysa nang atong makolekta.
Okay, thank you very much. So that's yes, one more. Councilor Eric Salcedo.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Gwapo man lugar nga atong dili na to baylo. Pero Madam Chair, ang income atong 2024 is sa night market is 4.5 million. Ang income na to atong 2024 nga ang ongoing pa man ang 2025. Second, kung atiman lang unta na sa RTA kay naa sa ordinance, Madam Chair, ang in charge gyud sa pag-manage sa mga vendors ang RTA man, pero ang nitabo, Madam Chair, napasagdan kay during the time kay kato di pa ta konsyal kita may gi-designate ni mayor as co-chair sa night market committee na management to, Madam Chair, wa may problema sa mga vendors. Only lang kay wala gyud giatiman sa RTA. Ang rason sa RTA, Madam Chair, kulang kuno sila personnel. Natingala ko, Madam Chair, nga how come nga kulang og personnel? Nangutan ako kang Engineer Oclarit, 400, I think 450 ka personnel ang RTA. Ang in charge magud ana, Madam Chair, ang rescue. I hope, Madam Chair, nga maunawaan og maayo sa atong chairman sa committee sa economic kay luoy pod in town, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Yeah, focusing on the night market. Wala na ba din night market? Pero kuha na lang.
Kami ni Madam Chair, kining dili mahurot ang atong kaluoy sa pastilan ako pa. I've been a human rights lawyer for the entire period of my life. But, kini usay abusar ba? Di man pwede nga, ang atong katanaw ng the common good. Di man kay, so, naamon ko, sa observation karon, tagaan mo ni sila ako sa kadangaw, sa kadupa, matugay sila sa tulo kadupa. Nabisa kung saan, imo pa na silang makontrol. Primerong adlaw, kaduang gabi, katulo. Pero at the end, wag gapon, nagi-violation, nagyod. So, before nato na-implement, we will be calling for a meeting sa ila.
Yeah.
We will give them a chance
Yes.
nga kung inyo pagkikinisupakon, then we will be forced to enforce the decision now of the mayor nga tagaan na lang yung kamusdo ka adlaw. Wagi ka mo mahimo ni kay amo gikining issues din nga kada adlaw kita makita ni. But of course we will listen to the advice of the good and handsome
Okay.
debonair looking ko kagawad Eric Salcedo.
Okay. Yes, Councilor Alamlim muna.
Madam Chair, may hapon sa tanan. As Vice Chair sa akong idol, atong majority floor leader, chairman sa CED. Madam Chair, gitagaan man nato sila og tahas nga maka-improve atong collection. Hinaut-unta nga dili na magpermi mag-subsidize ang city. Like Ororama, gusa nagpliti man sila Agura nagpliti man sila karon no, wala tay empleyado, they are paying equal agahatag sa syudad, wala tay labad. Now we are giving them the challenge, mga managers sa mga merkado, hinaut-unta nga matagaan sa nila og reason nga dili sa mag subsidize permi nga dinad ko. Mara na mga chair, we give them the challenge or no other choice is pareho na to sa Orama nga karon nahitabo sa Agora. Thank you. May hapon sa tanan.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Alamlim. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Ako lang dugangan ang mga pagdaig sa atong mga kauban, no? Sa chairman sa Economic Enterprise, muna atong gikinanglan karon nga tao, no? Nang saktog kaisog, demand without fail. Ha?
The money without fair?
Without fail. Madlock.
Fair. Okay.
Fail. Iron fist but fair and just
Iron
implementation of policy. That is what we are needed now in our government. So I would like to appreciate his courage, his diligence and sincerity of his chairmanship, Madam Chair. Now, it's good that bisag stricto ta, pero we have to give consolation also for our taxpayers or vendors. Kinanglan, we have to let our vendors o atong mga kumaligya diya to remind them of their civic duty, their responsibility as taxpayer. Kinano, fair, just tax that the government should impose, no? Then, of that, sakto tong gingon ni chairman nato, Councilor Cabanlas, na we have to incentivize also out of their motivation, out of their cooperation, we have to extend also incentives to our vendors, no? That will be para sa nga nasa ilang konsuelo. Kinahanglan limpyo ang atong surroundings niya, atong mga amenities. It should be provided for our vendors para ganahan po sila, di ba? So, or we'll give them every year a tax holiday. So any form of incentive that would motivate our taxpayer to pay regularly of their tax or sa na yung kabayaran nila diya, mga fees diya sa atong merkado. So, Madam Chair, again, my commendation to not only to the chairman but to all members of their courage and sincerity and diligence of their service in our market.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abaday. So, congratulations, Councilor Majority Floor Leader. Of course, our managers, no? Different market, no? So, I hope that this is not the first and the last that you will be reporting the income, because in several years, I never, not even once, heard of any report. What transpired in the market? How much is it earning? Pila ba'y na sulod, pila na alcance, but now because we have this, hopefully another 3 months, Councilor Cabanlas, or another 6 months, hoping for a better result, best result this time. Thank you very much. Let us proceed, Majority Floor Leader. Dapat last. Okay, yes, Councilor Janjan Rodriguez.
Madam Chair, I would like to ask our good fearless man from Makasandig. What's the status? Ano lang niya, inquiry lang. What's the status of our Puerto Market? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. But it is in earning, right? Per your report?
Yeah, it's earning, Madam Chair. But as far as
Lang pag yung kayo.
it's under construction.
Yes.
Supposed to be under construction before the it was the construction was stopped, and then we are happy to report that about 2 weeks ago nibalik na ang contractor
Okay.
pagtiwas. But as I said, Madam Chair, ang city government under Mayor Clarex will always see to it that what is good for the city will be followed. Ano man, kung makita niya nga kini nga dili gyud viable kini nga usa ka merkado nga magpabilin ang kini nga sistema karon nga dili mamayad ang mga tao, ang mga pliti gubot ang pag-operate niini, then we might go into private enterprise. Pwede na to ni just what happened to sa atong Gagura nga atong gihatag dito sa private nga investor para mawadang kitag problema. We do not, dili kita gusto ana. We want nga kita gitunta magdala kay kini gitawag ko nag public market para ang mabulahan ang mga gagmayng tao, ang mga kabos. Pero kung di na gid na nato madala, kay di na gid nato sila makontrol. Now, suri lang yun. Basi atong ihatag nito sa private.
Okay. Anyway, it's still ongoing. The
It's
construction.
ongoing ang atong
Yeah.
merkado. We hope nga mahuman
We'll
na
see.
karon pila ka bulan.
Okay, thank you very much. So let's proceed. Majority Floor Leader. And thank you very much, our managers. Attorney, thank you very much for your presence. Salamat.
Thank you very much sa atong SEBDA.
Oh, this is
Tanawa, di malipayon tanan basta may trabaho. So, we go to the business of the day, Madam Chair. Item number 1, Turks game. Yung nahurot ng laway ba?
Item 1 is for omnibus approval of proposed resolution numbers 2025-79 up to 2025-82. Declaring as operative in their entirety effective on the date fixed therein, the herein respective barangay ordinances covering the annual budget or supplemental budget as the case may be of the herein mentioned sangguniang barangays to wit. A. Barangay Ordinance Number 002 Series of 2025 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Number 21 covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 204,477 pesos. B. Barangay Ordinance Number 2 Series of 2025 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Ipunan covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 5,572,472 pesos. C. Barangay Ordinance Number 2 Series of 2025 of the Barangay Council of Barangay Kauswagan covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2025 with an estimated income of 2,184,799 pesos. And D. Barangay Ordinance Number 3 Series of 2025 the Barangay Council of Barangay Number 19 covering its annual budget for calendar year 2026 with an estimated income of 3,794,679 pesos.
Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Marlon Tabak be recognized?
Councilor Marlo Tabak, you recognize?
Madam Chair, I move to approve resolution number 2025-79 to 2025-82.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second, final reading.
Second. Objection. Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 2, proposed ordinance number 2025-100 appropriating the sum of 9,725 pesos and 57 centavos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries, and wages regular under item number 24, computer programmer 2 of the Office of the Human Resource Management Officer, the city, for the period January 23 to 31, 2025 in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of unpaid salaries and other benefits for the period October 1, 2024 to December 31, 2024 of Miss Jimema Mercy Balaba, Administrative Assistant 6 of the Office of the Human Resource Management Officer, VCT, who was promoted last October 1, 2024. May I request Councilor Yan Lamlim be recognized, Madam Chair?
Councilor Yan Lamlim, you recognize.
I move for the approval of ordinance number 2025-100.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 3, proposed ordinance number 2025-101, appropriating the sum of 8,548 centavos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries, and wages, regular under item number 6, Private Secretary 2 of the Office of the City Mayor, this city for the period March 18 to 24, 2025, in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of unpaid salary differential for the period December 2 to 31, 2024 of Ms. Dana Gel G. Migalion, Administrative Officer 4 of the Office of the City Mayor of the city, who was promoted last December 2, 2024. May I request Councilor Eric Salcedo be recognized, Madam Chair?
Councilor Eric Salcedo, you recognize.
Proposed ordinance number 2025-101. I move for the approval, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 4, Turks, please.
Item 4 is proposed ordinance number 2025-102, appropriating the sum of 7,649 pesos from the savings of the item personal services, salaries, and wages regular under item number 60, local assessment operations officer 2 of the Office of the City Assessor of the City for the period March 18 to 24, 2025, in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of salary differential and other compensation for the period January to December 31, 2024 of the herein specified personnel of the Office of the City Assessor of the City due to step increment and salary adjustment to it. A. Edna D. Fabricanti, Local Assessment Operations Officer 3 with an appropriation of 1,957 pesos. B. Fritz Benedict P. Galarpi, Administrative Officer 1, 782 pesos. Pat Royd F. Magto, Administrative Aid 4, 555 pesos. D. Syria L. Templa, Administrative Aid 1, 2,261 pesos. E. Teresa Zelena A. Tolentino, Local Assessment Operations Officer 3, 1,188 pesos. And F. Alvi B. Bacalares, Administrative Officer 1, 906 pesos.
Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Dishuri and Dahino be recognized?
Councilor Des Dahino, you recognize.
Thank you, Madam Chair, and maayong hapon sa tanan. I move for the approval of the proposed ordinance number 2025-102.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 5, proposed ordinance number 2025-103, appropriating the sum of 83,000 from the item personal services terminal leave benefits, earmarked for Mr. Melicen Mesias, Revenue Collection Clerk 3 of the City Economic Enterprises and Business Development Administration, the city, in the 2025 annual budget to be made available for the payment of terminal leave pay of herein specified personnel of the city office. 1. Ruben Mateo G. Reyes, deceased November 2024, 70,000. 2. Lionel Bong Redoblado, deceased October 18, 2024, 13,000. Madam Chair, may I request that Councilor Juanzo P. Pascual be recognized.
Councilor Juancho Pascual,
Arde.
you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon, everyone. I move to approve the proposed ordinance number 2025-103.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 6, proposed ordinance number 2025-104, authorizing the city accountant, the city, to charge the sum of 85,680 pesos to the item non-office general public services sector, peace and order, development program, anti-criminality program, other maintenance and operating expenses, support of police operations, arrest of wanted persons, and search warrant operations in the 2025 annual budget to cover the payment of 5 units portable handheld radio and 4 other items for delivery receipt number 0916 dated March 26, 2021. Madam Chair, may I request Councilor Agapito Swan be recognized.
Councilor Agasuan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. Move for its approval, Madam Chair. Proposed ordinance 2025-104.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, proposed ordinance number 2025-105, authorizing the city accountant, the city to charge a sum of 65,840 pesos to therein specified items under maintenance and other operating expenses in the 2025 annual budget of the Office of the City Information Officer, this city to cover payment of prior years, various accounts of the said office, per herein specified purchase requests with corresponding and purchase orders. May I request, Madam Chair, that Councilor Yan Lamlim be recognized.
Councilor Yan Lamlim, you recognize.
I move for the approval ordinance number 2025-105.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 8, proposed ordinance number 2025-106, authorizing the city accountant, the city, to charge a sum of 413,475 pesos to therein specified items under the maintenance and other operating expenses in the 2025 annual budget of the Office of the Sangguniang Panglungsod, City Secretary, the city, to cover payment of the prior year's various accounts of the said office per herein specified purchase requests with corresponding purchase orders. May I request Councilor Enrico Salcido be recognized, Madam Chair.
Councilor Eric Salcedo, you recognize.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Proposed ordinance number 2025-106. I move for the approval, Madam Chair.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 9, proposed ordinance number 2025-107, authorizing the city accountant, the city, to charge the sum of 576,637 pesos to therein specified items under maintenance and other operating expenses in the 2025 annual budget of the Office of the City Health Officer, this city, to cover payment of the prior year's various accounts of the city office per herein specified purchase requests with corresponding purchase order. May I request Councilor Girly Balaba be recognized, Madam Chair.
Councilor Girly Balaba, you recognize.
I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2025-107.
107. Okay, any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 10, proposed ordinance number 2025-108, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Orlando A. Uy, representing the city government of Cagayan de Oro, to enter into and sign the memorandum of agreement with the Northern Mindanao Medical Center, represented by Dr. Jose C. Chan, Medical Center Chief 2, covering the provision and facilitation of emergency water supply to the latter during disasters, calamities, and water shortages through the City Disaster Risk Reduction Management Office, the city, under the terms and conditions stipulated therein. May I request Councilor Paulo Nicolo Gaani be recognized, Madam Chair.
Councilor Paulo Gaani, you recognize.
Salamat, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2025-108.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 11, proposed ordinance number 2025-109, approving the annual budgets for the general fund with estimated income of 8,288,070,000 808 pesos. And of the special account local economic enterprises utilities with an estimated income of 1,261,929,192 pesos, both for CY 2026 to respectively finance estimated various expenditures of the same amounts for CY 2026. I move for its approval, Madam Chair.
Any second? Any objection?
To objection, I think.
During the preliminary committee hearing, which was done in Mulberry, is there a dissenting opinion of the two?
Yeah.
Dissenting opinion?
Yes.
Okay.
To
So-
objection.
To objection. Okay. So since there's objection, let's divide the house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
think with the same number of votes. With the same number of votes.
yeah, that's why we have the
For the record, sige.
those who are in favor, please raise your right hand.
Yeah.
Mao di ay. Di, para klaro din.
16. Those are against, Madam Chair.
So two objection, Councilor Aimee and Councilor Aga.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So okay. And it's anak ko.
approve na.
Approve. Motion is hereby approved.
Move to approve on second and final reading with the same number of votes.
Yes. Any second? Same number of votes, two objection. Motion is hereby carried.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Congratulations to the members of City Council for the approval of our, at least the government can continue to function. For 10, item 14.
12.
12. Proposed resolution number 2025-83, confirming the appointment of Dr. Gestoni Babia as UC President 3, College President 3, item number 1, salary grade 29/1 of the City College of Cagayan de Oro, the city, with all rights and privileges appertinent thereto. May I request Councilor Moreno Amazing Daba be recognized, Madam Chair.
Councilor Jing Daba, you are recognized.
Hello. Good afternoon, Madam Chair, our very beautiful Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez, and our very our very beautiful
Allah, sige.
Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez, and
Yes.
our very handsome Majority Floor Leader. Good afternoon to everybody and guests, especially my wife there, Councilor Josette Magtas Daba. And move to approve resolution number 2025-83.
Any second? Objection? Abstention? Okay. Only one abstention? Two abstention. There are two abstention. So motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Same number of abstention. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 13, proposed ordinance number 2025-110, institutionalizing the celebration of Education Innovation Week in the city of Cagayan de Oro every third week of November and for other purposes. May I request Councilor Desuri Ann Dahino.
Councilor Des Dahino, you recognize.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of the proposed ordinance number 2025-110.
Any second?
Second.
Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 14, proposed ordinance 2025-111, renaming Mambuaya Elementary School to Mambuaya Central School located in Barangay Mambuaya de City as recommended by the local school board of the city of Cagayan de Oro. May I request Councilor Chris Goking be recognized.
Councilor Chris Goking, you recognize.
I move to approve proposed ordinance number 2025-111.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move for inclusion, Madam Chair, may I move to include item 15 of
And-
our agenda today.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Item 15, proposed resolution number 2025-84, expressing the 21st City Council's deepest sorrow for the untimely demise, for the untimely passing of Mrs. Aloma Beha Imano, mother of Congressman Evgeny Vincenti B. Imano, 2nd District, Misamis Oriental, Mayor Nadia B. Imano, Ilipe, Taguluan, Misamis Oriental, and Councilor Ivona Yasini B. Imano, the city, and conveying most profound sympathy and condolences to the bereaved family. Subject to styling, Madam Chair, moved by all members present.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried.
There being no other matters to attend to, move for the adjournment of our session.
Any second? Objection? Hearing none, motion is hereby carried. Wala na nanindog. Ang birthday celebrant, palihog?